stuff that's ever happened to me happened in this drive.
What happened?
First off, I had to get gas.
That's weird.
Okay, that's weird as fuck, right?
No.
But for those of you that aren't aware, we're in a fucking polar vortex right now. It's cold as balls. And so I stop at Casey's. I go to swipe the card. I put my card in, and it fucking snaps.
The card snapped?
My card snapped.
Oh, shit.
So, not totally in pieces, but it is dangly. Like,
oh, yeah.
It snapped, like, in half, and then two sides got cuts through them, too. So, it's like, error reading card. And I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. It's like you got to reinsert. So, I'm, like, holding the two pieces and trying to push it in there enough that it can get the chip, but enough where I can still grab, to be able to pull it back out.
Right.
And it works. I get the gas. It's fine. But now my debit card is snapped in half. It's great. So now I'm going to have to... And, me and the wife, we were just talking about how I got to get some new checks made up. With we got the new address and stuff. I still have my mom's address on my checks. So I haven't lived there in,
You still write checks?
A few years.
No, which is why I still have, like, these really old checks.
Right, I'm with you.
Because I never write checks. But now our daycare needs to take checks. For their stuff, so it's like, okay, well, I gotta get checks now. So we already had some bank stuff that we need to do, but now I'm like, now I really need to do bank stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just step one. That's how it starts.
That's not even the whole story.
Oh no, that's just I haven't even left 92 yet. Like, I'm just by the house. I haven't even got out of Indianola, and my night's already messed up. So then I'm driving up here. I come right up 9th. I'm coming up Army Post. I've got a green light. I'm driving. I have the right of way, okay?
Yes.
There's a gentleman who's walking across the road. He's in the middle of the road, and he's standing there waving me on. Like, go ahead, bud. Go ahead. You can keep going. Don't mind me. Keep going. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to keep going. I have a green light. You should not be crossing the street. You should not be in the middle of the street right now.
Right.
How dare... I hate it when people are like, when they're in the wrong.
Yeah,
they're like, no, go ahead. It's fine. I'm like... Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Like, I'm not just going to stop at a green light so you can walk when you could have waited. Or, I was like the one car in like 5 minutes. You could have either walked before me or waited 10 seconds and walked right after me. But no, now I had to slow down because obviously there's a human being crossing the road.
Yeah.
Had he just waited, I wouldn't have had to slow down. He would have got across the road faster. But there he is, waving me on. Okay, fine. Well, then I make it the one block to Chad Street. All right, turn my turn signal on. I'm going to take a left. All right, there's two cars going to be pulling out. I have my turn signal on. I'm slowing down. There's a car coming the other way, so I have to stop. Okay, well, there's a truck, a silver Chevy pickup, that's like, oh, I'm just going to start pulling out. Okay, so he just keeps pulling out more and more into 9th. More and more. And he's turning to go north.
Yeah.
So he is now halfway across my lane that I need to pull into. And I don't know if he just didn't see me, what's going on, but I'm literally sitting there with my blinker on, waiting to turn. And he just kind of keeps inching across and over. And I'm like, what are you doing? And so finally he stops, and I'm like, fuck it. So I go and I do a little loopy-roo around him to get on the street, and I get like perpendicular. And I just stare at him, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What are we doing? Like, what are you doing? Is this your first time? Is this day one with the driver's license?
It's possible.
Oh, dude. All in a 20-minute drive. I got all this weird shit happening to me. Anyway, how are you guys?
Beautiful, bud.
Oh, wonderful.
I am aware of the polar vortex, but...
It is fucking
no
cold.
crazy shit happening for me,
It's
bud.
cold. Yeah, it's cold.
Well, welcome to the CND show.
Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Had to get that off my chest.
No, I appreciate that.
Man.
Welcome. We're back.
Here we are.
We are back.
Let's
go.
That's
Yeah,
what we do
so
now.
this is a weekly thing now, boys.
Holla. I love it.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure our listeners are too.
Yeah, we're gonna double the time. Cut.
Well, we're basically just going to record two
Yeah,
episodes.
a little behind the scenes here. So we're going to record 2 episodes at
Put
once.
the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, and then
A shrimp on a bobby.
it just gets you guys more content, and we can stay on our schedule because these guys have kids and family stuff to do. So staying home is important. So
Like, as of right now, my wife still likes to see me, so I want to soak that up as much as I can while that's the case.
While it's still fresh.
Because,
Right.
it could change at any moment where she's like, you know what, fuck it, be gone.
That's
be gone
true.
every day.
That's true.
now she's like, why aren't you home? So like I want to
Enjoy that time.
take it while I can.
So when you get to that point, David will be starting about 3 or 4 new podcasts.
Yeah. I'll just be doing a daily radio show. It'll just be
Davy Jones experience.
Yeah,
No
start. It'll be just 5 hours of me rambling.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how'd this is the first full weekend of the Biggest Loser Challenge. How'd week 1 go for you guys?
Fantastic.
I thought it actually went really good.
Yeah.
And it was a weird week because it started. Like we weighed in on Thursday. Friday was New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Saturday was the Iowa Bowl game, and then so it wasn't like a full week of like getting into it, but I think it went good.
Nice. Yeah, so along with trying to lose weight, I am doing dry January, so I am not drinking to go along with this. And we went out. I decided dry January was going to start Monday.
Okay.
So even though that was the 3rd,
That's fine.
but it's whatever. It's my rules.
It's your January, but
exactly.
I want to know
Fuck everybody
what's
else.
in his glass over there.
This is an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, okay. And David's drinking water. I love it.
I
love the enthusiasm.
I got 2 bottles of water over here.
And Nick over here is drinking an Exile Ruthie.
Yes.
There we go. Hey, it's been a long day.
Yeah,
I get it.
Intake. Cutting the intake down.
I have.
One, maybe
I
two.
have actually also. I wasn't like for sure gonna do like just a straight dry January.
Yeah.
Then Chad started talking about it, and I knew I was gonna cut down. I was probably gonna cut beer out, maybe just go to liquor.
Yeah.
But so far, since New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
when we were drinking some beers, I have not had any alcohol since. I haven't had any pop since.
Yeah, so that was my thing too. Was I'm a big pop
I
drinker.
did cut down a lot on the soda.
Yeah.
I've cut down on the beer intake, but no soda. I did drink a Gatorade though, so I'm sure that's.
Yeah,
Not
but
much.
Gatorade's a little bit better for you than
Yeah.
pop.
I think the biggest thing for me has just been trying to be more conscious of the things I'm eating.
Yes,
So instead of just
100%.
like it's not always necessarily the super healthiest stuff, but I know that it's healthier than what I would normally eat.
Right, and that's where I've been at too. So leading into that, we all I didn't want to weigh in. I did end up doing it because Nick did it when he got here, and I knew David was going to. So we all did weigh in this week. How's it looking? Do you guys want to share? Nick and I know each other's. Do you want to share what you weighed in at, and then we'll share, David?
I mean, I'm lower than I was last week.
That's all you.
Yeah.
Say?
I'm
that's
I'm
good.
lower. I've made progress.
I made progress, not much, but I made progress.
It's lower than it was last week, so it's a good start. I think moving into this next week, I'll see a little more
Results.
results.
Do you want to say an exact number?
No, I'd rather not.
No?
I'd rather not. The numbers really got to me last week. Like I kind of had like a whole mental breakdown.
Did ya?
When I listened to the episode? Like I mean, obviously I lived it, I experienced it, I saw the
Right.
numbers, I heard we talked about it for hours and hours and hours. And but listen to the episode, like ooh, it hit me, guys.
It
I
hit
had
you
a
pretty
whole
hard.
bunch of stuff going on. That's why like I've been trying to take this pretty seriously. Like I told you guys, I downloaded an app. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tracking all my food, all my calories,
awesome.
everything.
I dig it.
No,
Yeah,
that's
like it
great.
was
Get
it
one
was
highlight.
it was pretty rough. It was rough when it happened. It was even worse when I listened back to it.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think I'm going to share probably a number until
until the final.
until the end.
Okay.
You know, I'll keep you kind of updated
Throughout.
theoretically, but not specifically.
Yeah, so I did weigh in. So I've cut back like everything. So normally my lunches consist of like going to 1908 and like smashing a burger and fry basket, going to El Maya and eating a burrito the size of my forearm.
Yes.
So
Which again, he has huge forearms.
He does. Massive burritos.
so now I'm down to I'll have a healthy snack, which if you follow my Facebook, you've lived the past 3 days with me.
If you don't, you should, because
Yeah, beautiful. The grapes with no ranch.
Yeah, so the first day I brought some carrots to work, and I didn't bring any ranch to dip them in, so I was just eating carrots straight. And I like carrots,
Right.
But
what
and it
kind
was-
of carrots?
They were like the
full carrots, baby
the
carrots.
baby carrots. Yep. So I took those to work with me, and they just tasted
I've also been eating
weird.
carrots, so
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
curious. But I've been eating carrot chips.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
okay.
I personally think it's like, it feels more like a snack eating the carrot chip.
Yeah.
Than
Okay,
the,
that makes
so
sense.
I don't know.
I know,
Look
I see
into
where
it.
you're
Look
coming
into
from.
it. You might like it better.
Yeah. So, but I didn't bring any ranch. So, and these carrots just tasted weird. I don't know what it was.
Oh.
It was.
Is it just that it's been so long since you've
Yeah,
eaten one
could be.
without ranch?
That very well could be.
Forgot what the actual carrot tastes
So
like.
I was like, eating a healthy snack day one, carrots without ranch. What was it, like a 3.5 out of 10? Do not recommend or something like that.
But
Yeah.
fuck with some grapes though.
But yeah, had some grapes yesterday.
There you go. See, it's all about making better choices.
Yeah, and normally, I'd go up to the vending machine and grab a bag of chips for like $1 or whatever, but now I just go into the cooler at work and grab a thing of grapes.
There you go.
So,
Live it up.
yeah, it's pretty great. And then,
great.
my
Thanks, guys.
my lunch portions have been like what used to be snack size for me.
Right.
So, like, I'm still feeling really hungry, like, during the day, like, throughout the whole day. I'm just like, and I don't really get hangry, but it's just, I know I'm hungry and I know I want to eat. And it's, like, the one of the hardest parts was last night. So, we went to dinner for my niece's birthday at Spectators.
Which has fantastic food.
Has fantastic
Big shout out to
I
Spectators.
thought we weren't going to talk about food.
And it was half price wings.
Yes.
I love it.
It hurt so bad. My stepmom got a huge fucking plate of them right in front of my face, and I could smell the wing sauce when it came. I'm like, my mouth's like watering as I'm talking about it. Oh, they smelled so good. So I had a BLT sandwich. I ate half of that and a salad.
There you go. Well, same sort of thing. We end up going out for lunch all the time for work if we're out of town. And one of the first days, like Monday or Tuesday, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Like, because normally I get like the medium,
Yeah.
bone in,
Yep.
half parm garlic,
Gotta be bone in.
I do fuck with the boneless sometimes if I plan on warming them up later, because the boneless are better warmed up, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so yeah, normally half parm garlic, half honey barbecue, basket of fries, tons of ranch. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Ranch,
Oh, yeah.
Put it in there.
For work, I'm gonna be drinking Mountain Dews or Pepsi. Obviously off the clock, be having some alcoholic beverages with them. Where this time I had a chicken wrap,
Oh, yeah.
and a side salad.
Yep.
And I'm like, but like everyone around me is smashing wings, and I'm like, man, like what a. I think was it Monday or Tuesday. I think I messaged you guys.
I think it was Monday.
But it was like right away because it was hard. It was like wow.
It was Monday because I was over at Midas getting Carrie's tires put on her car.
There we go. That's a good place to get your stuff done.
It is.
The one on 86 at least.
The one on
86,
86,
yep,
yeah.
86.
Yep.
And if you could leave me a 5-star Google review, just trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing it out there.
Nick, how's your food
Yeah, how's
been going?
your week been going?
What have you been doing
Well, the
differently?
problem is, like me and Becky were talking about, the problem is unfortunately, I'm a very picky eater. So
Yes, you are.
mine has not been switching
100%.
so much of what I eat. It's how much I eat of it.
Yeah.
Because I have a limited palate anyway. So
It's a really nice
That's
way to say it.
That's a very polite way
That's
of saying
not how I would describe your.
But
your
I mean,
eating,
like
but-
for example, I haven't had a steak yet. But if I do, instead of getting a big old fat ribeye, I'll probably get just a little sirloin.
a little baby New York.
Right. Well, it's even New York's got the
Yeah, it does have
little fatty strip
yeah,
on the
it does
side.
have
So
Oh, you just have to
trying
eat
to be
that.
more lean.
Right.
Eat more chicken, but trying not to eat as much fried foods. That's
Right.
my big one too. Love me some fried foods.
Oh, for sure.
And alcohol intake. I've still been drinking, but I cut.
Yeah.
I'm at about 15%.
Well, and that's
a hell of a cutback.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So when I had messaged our group about dry January, Nick was like, not dry, drier.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, it's definitely a big factor in weight loss and weight gain is how much
And,
of the
same
alcohol
thing
intake,
is-
especially with beer. I mean, if you're drinking
Well,
just
and
beer,
I drink a lot of
and
pop
that's-
at work though
yeah.
too, and I've been switching to mostly water there. So
yeah,
that was a big one for me. But
I've switched out of drinking my Mountain Dews. I've got a jug of Arnold Palmer's at work and a jug here at home, and I'll have my 32-ounce tumbler of Arnold Palmer at least once a day, and then I've just been drinking water other than that, and my morning coffee. I won't cut back on my coffee, but
The old
So you
coffee.
guys said that you guys weighed in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys were kind of shaming me for not telling my
No,
numbers. Did you guys want to
you
say
don't
your
have to.
I
numbers? Or?
wasn't shaming you.
Yeah. No, that's
your
you're good.
information.
Well, I didn't know. It's fine. I just didn't
No.
know if like
Do
you guys
do
were
you want
gonna
to know mine?
Wow.
I
just,
don't care. I'll tell you.
So
Yeah,
my
I dropped
initial-
1 whole pound, and it made
Okay.
me feel great. It was 1 whole pound.
That's solid, bud.
Yeah. So my initial weigh-in was 128.6.
228.
228. Yeah. Oh shit. Did I say 128?
Yeah.
Sorry. 228. Yeah. Fuck. I'd be nothing if I was 128. So 228.6. I weighed in today at 224.8.
Hot damn. Well, all right.
So,
All right.
but
So it's for real.
there,
Chad,
there
Chad's
again,
dropping weight like flies.
Okay.
on
there,
the bud.
there
About
again,
a pound a day.
I have like basically stopped eating.
Sure.
I mean, I'm still not. I haven't stopped eating. I'm not going hungry. I mean, I am hungry, but
Right.
I'm eating significantly less.
That's- yeah.
Probably about the portions a normal person should be eating.
What people are like,
anyways.
what like recommended sizes are?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's where I'm at. Am I not really changing what I eat? Just changing the intake of what
Yeah.
I said.
We've been doing like I've been doing a lot more chicken. We did salmon
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I'm not really like a fish person, but like we did some salmon. It was pretty good. We'll probably do that again. We got
Yeah.
some tilapia in the fridge. We're gonna try out.
Yeah. I want to do so. I was telling Carrie I wouldn't mind doing a smoked salmon, maybe like Sunday or Monday
With
or
the
something.
cedar plank.
Yeah, try to get a cedar plank
There you go.
and throw that in the smoker, and I'd love to do some smoked salmon, get some tilapia. That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been something. Like I said, I got this app. I can track all my stuff. So that's when
Yeah,
it's like I
And
said,
that
it's
really
like playing
helps,
fantasy
too.
football, bud. Like I
Yeah.
got stats for days. It's cool.
Yeah.
Stats for days.
No,
There's seriously a ton of stats. I'll show you this
Oh,
app.
I'm
It's
sure.
crazy. There's everything.
yeah.
But-
No, that's awesome. Anything that helps out. I know. What was it last year? I was thinking about. I was like, before I got to this point, I was like, maybe I should start doing this. And I downloaded an app as well that was like an at-home exercise app, and it kind of did some meal prep with you as well. But
Have you guys added much like exercise to your?
I haven't yet. So this
yeah,
weekend I will be getting the garage insulated, and the at-home gym will be up and running at that
That's
point.
one thing I hope to improve on. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I've just been
with this
working,
week,
basically,
Yep,
yeah.
work. But I'm hoping moving forward to get some kind of.
Yeah.
I at least want to start cardio, at least running on a treadmill.
Sure. I have a treadmill. It's just packed away in my garage that is now full of shit. So it's like it's impossible to get to.
right.
From last week though, at the end we talked about some push-ups. I think it would have been the next day. So that Friday,
Yeah.
I was home. I had the day off. So midday, I'm like, I'm feeling frisky. Okay, I'm gonna hop down there, see how many push-ups I can do. I think at the time I said I could do 10.
yeah.
Nick believed in me. He said
He
I
did.
could do more. And I like to say, I smoked 10. I
Really?
went way over what I thought. I exceeded my farthest expectations. I did 15 push-ups.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. 50% increase.
So,
Attaboy.
Just-
I have not done a push-up
so I guess
yet.
I should say
I'm still
I
taking
have
over
brought
Chad
a
on
little.
7.
I have put a little exercise in because I did 15 push-ups on Friday. But
Gotta be careful.
it
building
was
all that
really,
muscle
it was
mass,
really in my head. I'm like, man, how many push-ups can I? I was questioning myself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's
just so everyone knows just how jacked I am now.
so also going off of last week, we talked about Nick brought up the whole sweating with the '90s workout video.
Yeah, some with the oldies.
Sweating with the
Yeah.
oldies, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we started talking about doing workout videos. Well, I actually have not a VHS, but I've got the Tap Out XT, which is like a 10-disc DVD like
Oh.
setup thing. And you get like the weighted UFC gloves, and you can do like punches and shit. So I'm gonna have to bust that out at some point and start using that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's-
Coming in with
it's
all
pretty
these
awesome.
foreign
I know. Like
obstacles.
I'm gonna have to step my game up because Chad's already.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I just might not eat the rest of the month. That's February 3rd.
That might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Like, what if you went all liquid? Like, if you just only drank some beers all day, like just
Right.
just some
Just
liquid
didn't eat.
calories, but nothing
Very
solid
minimal
in there.
food. Maybe just like a sandwich.
Huh? I don't know. It's an idea.
Yeah,
It's an
doable.
idea.
it is an idea. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I know there is a one of the comedians I follow, Bert Kreischer, who I'm sure you guys are familiar with.
Hilarious.
So he was talking about
The Machine.
on the machine. He was talking about on his podcast with Tom Segura, Two Bears, One Cave, about how he's actually doing
What a great name.
right. He's actually doing a January weight loss challenge as well, and I think I'm not certain. I'm pretty sure he follows us though, and he got the idea from us.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
definitely,
saying. I'm just saying.
We're up to 10 million views on TikTok.
Oh,
so it is what it is.
Is that really? It's that low?
Yeah.
I thought it was way over that.
Oh.
But he was doing he did like this 5-day like soup cleanse basically, where all he had was like soup, and he lost like 10 pounds in 5 days.
So I've seen where you do like juice cleanses.
Yeah.
Where you just drink these little juice things,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Right. But
Like
yeah,
with,
this
like,
was like
the
a
mega-
5-day
the mega-
stretch. And he's
Or Mega Food with like just the little packets of shit.
Yeah.
It's just like
sure.
it could be.
I don't know.
you
I know
know
there's
what
all
I'm
kinds of
talking
different
about?
things.
Yeah,
I do know that
there's
now
a bunch.
my Facebook, all of the fucking ads on my Facebook are different, like supplements and workouts and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm
knows.
like,
the machine knows.
oh, it's crazy. Like
Yep.
everything, every other thing I scroll through, it's like, do this work, and I'm like, well, like that guy's really jacked, but like he's putting a lot of time into that. I'm like, I don't know.
He's dedicated his whole life to making that
I do
chiseled
not
body.
I do not have that kind of time. So I got to figure out what I can do in a short
Obviously,
period of
he's
time.
got the time because it's his job. He's out there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
That's like professional athletes, right? Like, of course they're in great shape. Like, it's their job to stay in shape.
Right.
Like, that's their job. Or like actors, like, oh, can you believe this transformation for this role? Well, like literally all he had to do for 10 months before the movie was
Right.
get ready for it and just train, or just
Right.
you got personal trainers, you got
They come to your house because you got a full night.
they probably
fucking
just
gym
move
the
in with
basement.
them. Yeah. They just have like a guest
Then you
house.
got a chef going, you're not going to eat that today. This is what I'm making for you. And it's
Man,
healthy.
that would be nice.
Yep.
Um,
That I could see how they'd get ripped quick.
yeah. Oh, given those circumstances, but a month in that, next level stuff. Next level.
next level.
Buford.
Buford. Oh fuck.
I
So
love
David had a story for us this week
Oh,
about
boys.
Winterset.
Boys, this one.
I'm
been
excited
waiting
for this.
for it.
Yeah,
This
he's
is a-
been waiting
he
for
was
it.
very excited about this in the group chat. And
Excited to tell the story, not so excited about what happened.
Oh,
Right, see, we didn't get that.
So a lot,
Yeah,
a lot of
all I
times
got
in the
was
chat,
excitement.
yep. So a lot of times in the chat, what I like to do is I just send like buzzwords in, which will remind me of my stories, so I don't give away too much because I don't want you guys
Right,
to
yeah.
hear it and then I tell you again and then you're like, oh yeah, great story. Okay.
right. Yeah, no, these are genuine reactions here.
And a lot of times, it's we talk. So I gotta need these buzzwords. So yesterday,
Yes.
I was working down in Winterset, and I don't know if you guys go to like, I have to work at schools a lot, and so if you've been to schools lately, a lot of them have little like iPad login situations.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're a visitor who you're here to see. Scan your ID. They print you a badge, so you're like in the system, so they know.
Seriously.
Yeah, this is like a big thing now.
Huh.
Most schools have some kind of login. You don't like walk in and sign in no more. Like that's like,
Right.
not
You
a
don't
thing.
get like
not
a
a thing.
visitor sticker when
Oh
you
yeah, like your picture is on the sticker. Like you're in a system.
Jesus.
Most of them you have to scan your driver's license. So,
Well,
which I mean, as far
Makes
as like
sense. I
taking
mean,
care of
that's-
like our children and
Yeah,
stuff, that's a good
yeah.
idea, right? We want to make
Safety.
sure who's in our
I haven't been
kids' schools.
to a school since 2009, so like I said,
same.
Right. So anyway, we're going to work at the school, and it's time to sign in. Okay, there's a little iPad in the lobby. Click, boom. Go to scan my ID, and it scans. After I finally figure out the right angle to get it, because it's ridiculous how to scan this thing just the right way. I'm moving it forward, backwards, inside out. But so it scans. Okay, boom. It's gonna print my thing, and it says error with your login. I'm like, oh, okay, jeez. Of course, there's some problem. And I'm like, all I'm thinking is, well, hey, maybe my driver's license is expired. Like, what's going on? I don't know. So I got to go into the actual office to talk to the lady. I'm like, hey, excuse me. I was trying to log in. We're here to work. It says there's an issue. What's going on? And she's like, oh, okay. Let me look. And so they print the stickers off out in the office. She hands them to you. So she grabs a sticker. She grabs it and she looks at it. And she's been very nice. She's been very cordial. And then all of a sudden, she has this look on her face like, oh, shit. oh shit, what's going on? And I'm like, what's going on? And she looks at me like, I don't even know how to describe it other than like disdain, like just like disgusted, like, and I'm like, what? Like, and again, I'm like, what is going on? Because she just went from being like really nice, oh, what's going on? How can I help you? To like, oh, this isn't good. I'm like, what is going on? And she goes, yeah, your name popped up on the sex offender registry.
Oh, fuck! What?
That's basically what my reaction was.
Holy shit!
I thought he was going with that, man.
No, I didn't think he was going there.
For those of you that are not
I was
familiar,
thinking like no-fly list, maybe. Like,
those of you that are not familiar, my name's David Jones. It's a fairly common name.
yeah. Holy shit!
But exactly the reaction that you had, I'm like, no, what, no, what? Excuse me, what? No, that's not me. That's not, what? What? No, what is going on? Like, I'm like backpedaling, I'm defensive, I'm like trying to, like, I'm not even saying real words, I'm just like blubbering, because like, of all the things for someone to be like, you're one of those?
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you, bud.
like, being
Chumbo
honest,
is the last one you want.
so I'm like, and then, like, in a split second, she goes, oh, it's not you. The picture came up. It's definitely not you. You're fine.
Oh my god.
I'm like, well, and like, I mean, obviously, I knew it wasn't me. Okay,
Right.
I knew.
Did somebody get my identification?
I
bud?
knew it wasn't me, but at the same time, for having that kind
Oh
of
my
mistaken
God.
identification situation hanging over you, it's not good.
So there's a,
For even
there's a
just
David
that.
Jones in Winterset.
Well, so it's not even. It's. I mean, it's an Iowa registry.
So in the state of Iowa.
In the state of Iowa, so obviously I had to go look this guy up. I had to go look him up because I'm like, what the fuck? Because this has never happened before. So I'm like, is this something recent? You know, like this dude just got popped for it, and like now this is going to be a thing for me. Like I'm going to have to deal with. Okay. Well, anyway, it's definitely not. It's not me. It's an older guy. Doesn't look like me at all. You can look him up on the registry if you want. Not me. Okay. That's fine. So then we get past that. We go in. We got to look at some stuff. The guy that lets us in, he goes, there's me and another guy working. He's like, hey, what are your guys' names again? And he's like, oh, this is my name. And he's like, this is David. He's like, David what? And I'm like, hey, David Jones? And he's looking at his phone all weird, right? And I'm like, what is going on? He goes, yeah, we just got the alert that, someone got flagged trying to come in the building. And I'm like, no, like that was a misunderstanding. But it's one of those situations.
It's like when sucks.
It's like when you're crazy and you're trying to describe that you're not crazy. It only makes you sound more crazy.
Right.
So the more that I'm like, no, like that's not me. Like it's a misunderstanding. Like,
But I am David Jones.
I'm like, I am David Jones, but like that's not. And this guy's just looking at me like crazy. So he's like, okay. So he like walks off and has to call the office. To get clarification, like, because he's like, I got eyes on this guy right now. I got him. Like, he's in this room, And then, you can
he's
tell.
got a ruler in his back pocket. He's ready to whip out and start smacking you with
And
it.
you can tell, that, like,
Citizens arrest!
I got him. So he calls the office. He gets the all clear. He's like, and he comes back over. He's all fine. He's like, yeah, okay, got it all cleared up. No big deal. Sorry, I'm like, okay, all right. But again, so like I'm in a school now, right? Like I'm in a school. We're like in the middle. We got to walk through hallways to get to where we're going. So we go to leave, and again, I know that I'm not the pedophile. Okay, I know it's not me, but I don't know that everyone else knows that now. So I'm walking through the school and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, like if I accidentally like look at somebody, they're going to be like, that's the fucking guy, get him. So like I'm walking through the school just looking at my feet the whole fucking way, which probably looks even more fucking suspicious.
Yeah.
All right, so then we leave. We have to go do like a little meeting thing, and then we got to come back to the school. So we have to log back in. All right? Well, they've already dealt with the situation, so it shouldn't be a problem. Go through it again. Boom. Fucking thing flags me again. I come in, so I got to walk in the office again. Except this time, it's not just the secretary lady who was like a middle-aged lady, adult, capable of handling situations. There was her who was like on the phone busy and like a student secretary. Okay? She's the student secretary is the one that pulls my badge that says, I don't know what it says, but like probably a fucking pervert on it. Like call the cops. I don't know what it says, but enough to alert them that like shit, this guy just tried to get in the building. Be aware. God. So she takes the little sticker and like kind of like slides it over in front of the adult secretary and it's like, you know, giving her the head nod thing. And the secretary sees me and she's like, "Oh my God, I did it again. I thought I fixed that." And I'm like, and so you can tell that the student was like, "Oh, okay, like this is not it." I'm like, but this whole time, like, so this girl, now she just went through 30 seconds of thinking I'm a fucking child molester.
In a
All
school.
right. In a school. All right. Okay, so then we have to go back in. We got to look at some stuff, make some lists, come back. All right. Well, then when we go to leave for the final time, there's a fucking cop in the lobby.
Oh, no.
Now.
Oh, no.
Now, it's a school. They probably just have a police presence anyway. I don't know that. They didn't stop me. They didn't say anything to me. But after the morning that I had, and you see a police officer once you open this door, I'm like, holy fuck, bud. Like, how can this get any worse? I'm like, it is not me.
Madison County.
I'm not resisting. I'm telling you, it's not me.
Holy fuck, guys. What a morning.
Oh, my God. That's...
All to fix their boiler, I'm guessing?
I've run into some cases. Like I said, I have a pretty common name. So, like, anytime I go somewhere, like the DMV or whatever, you know, they're like, "What's your name?" David Jones. I got to go middle initial, but then, you know, we got more of the middle initial. Okay, then finally we ask the birth date. Why don't we start with the birth date?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that just
Let's
cut out
just
a
get
lot
right
of
there.
work
Okay.
there.
But anyways, like, I've ran into one time where, I forget what it was, but a guy had, like, unpaid parking tickets or something. They're like, "Yeah, you owe this amount of money." And I'm like, no, I don't. Those aren't. And then they looked, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's a different David Jones." Okay. But, like, nothing serious. Never a case where, like, you know, I would go to jail. Wow. Just, what a crazy situation, guys. And my reaction was very similar to what you had. It was just...
Oh, my God.
And again, I felt like a crazy person trying to explain that they're not crazy and I don't need to be in the asylum. Because the more you say I'm not a pedophile, especially in a fucking school, the more you fucking seem like a pedophile. Oh my God, guys, what a crazy fucking morning.
I feel for you there, brother.
God.
I feel for you.
So, that's what I did yesterday.
Technology and its advancements in time, bud.
And like my thing is, so like obviously it has my date of birth, it has my picture, it has all this information about me on my ID. But their system only flags the name. Just the name. And we don't even have the same middle initial. So like it's not even like but like just David Jones is enough to flag it in the system. Which I guess maybe there could be like some alias situations, I don't know. But like if you were a pervert trying to pretend not to be a pervert,
would you keep your
would you keep the same name? You would probably just change it totally, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys ever run into any like mistaken identity situation? And, you know, you ever been
just in high school all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like that.
No, you never experienced that.
No,
oh, okay.
I almost got arrested once. Yeah, because there was another Nick Thompson, and
was it with a C though?
Yeah, it was with a C.
But
they wouldn't even fucking look. I swear to God, I got pulled out of class all the time. I go down there and fucking. And it got to a point by senior year, I roll in. I'm like, you got the right guy. I could be here for different reasons, but I didn't know because I'm like, you go to the I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, that would be tricky because like there's probably plenty of reasons that you could be gone
right,
to your
right.
office.
Yeah, but old Officer Towers put me in handcuffs one time.
No kidding.
Yeah, because I guess he broke into a car. He got expelled after that point. Wow. They were kicked out of Lincoln, but seriously.
Chad, anything for you? Any?
The only thing that comes kind of close is that after my when I was on probation for my OWI, when I was getting ready to be off of probation, I had everything paid up, and my officer was going through all my stuff, and I had somehow on my record I had a like $100,000 cash bond or something, a domestic assault charge, and one other thing, and like some county, what was it, Pottawatomie County or something like that, like someplace I've literally never been in Iowa. And he's like, "So what's all this?" I'm like, "That's not me."
Yeah.
And I called. He's like, "Well, you got to call him." I'm like, "You're the PO. Like, why don't you call him?
Yeah.
Like, that's like official shit."
I feel like maybe that's what he could handle. Yeah.
And so I left
his job.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, like, Couldn't you just say, like, yeah, I called them, they said it's not me, it's fine? Like,
Yeah,
maybe you
exactly.
should, like, double check on that.
Yeah. So, well, and I called them anyways because I wanted to know what the fuck was up. I'm like, this has never happened. What the fuck? And they
Yeah.
were like, oh yeah, we got the middle name wrong or something because it was Chad Robert Reynolds. It was like the full thing.
But
And they're like, yeah, we got the middle name wrong. And I was like, how the fuck do you fuck that up?
like, these are people's lives, bud.
Yeah.
Days
So-
of our lives.
This is not something.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're a domestic
So that was-
abuser. I'm a pedophile, and Nick
Just
breaks
a
into cars.
cars.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Which seems
Welcome to the
logical,
show,
but it's
guys.
not.
Yeah.
Wow, what a crazy
This
fucking
is,
day, dude! It was nuts. I text Lacey right away. I'm like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this." And most of the time,
That's
when I say
crazy.
that, it's a very believable situation that I've got
Right.
myself into.
Right.
Like, hey, a guy was walking across the street and he was waving me on. It's very believable. Okay,
Right.
that happens to anybody. All right. Wow.
That is a
I
very unbelievable story,
it
though.
blew my mind. The guy I'm working with thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Of
He
course
just
he
thinks
does.
it's fucking hilarious. The thing he's upset about of everything is that he was still in the lobby trying to get signed in when the whole situation happened, so he didn't get to really see everything go down. He's like,
yeah.
so I missed her face, I missed everything. I'm like, dude, I thought I was fucking I thought the cops were gonna be like SWAT teaming me
Right.
right
Instant,
Right.
30 seconds.
because
The
like you
entire
would think-
Madison County.
Fucking
on you, bud.
helicopters
you
coming
would think
over.
there's some kind of like system, right? Where like if a child person is trying to
Right.
get into a school, that's a red flag real quick. It just sends
Well,
the
if
cops.
they got a notification as the workers, then yeah, the
Oh, they
police had
definitely
to get
had to have
notified.
gotten
Right?
something.
So
So maybe that's why the cop showed up.
That's
just to make
definitely
sure
why that
everything
cop
was
showed
going
up
okay.
later.
But like I said, they didn't say nothing to me. They didn't I walked right by him. They didn't. But he had already been talking to the receptionist. It looked
Yeah.
like so. But yeah, what? Whew,
So that's something.
I don't know
where to
Can't
go
make
from
this
there.
shit up.
Okay, I'm gonna pivot real hard
Jesus.
here.
Yeah,
real
take
hard.
a hard left. Hard
Okay.
left.
Okay. Do you guys have your home grocery store? Do you have your Hy-Vee or grocery store of choice?
Generally,
I have like two.
I would say Hy-Vee and Fairway for me.
Yeah.
I used to be a dolls guy.
But
Now
like,
we're dolls.
okay, I guess not. I'm talking about like a specific location of
Right.
that store.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I've
Army
got two.
Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Army Post for Hy-Vee and then Fleur for Fairway. Even
Okay.
though there's a Hy-Vee on Fleur, don't ask me, but Army Post Hy-Vee's always been my spot. It's right
Okay.
down the street.
Fleur, Hy-Vee, and Norwalk Fairway.
Okay.
Just because I work in Norwalk, so if I go
And
to
then-
Fairway, I go right after work.
That's fair.
Way.
Come on, thanks guys. Anyway, so when you have to go, and I mean it always comes up, you have to go to a different version of that store. Like, how do you feel? Like, do you look down upon that other store? Are you like, I don't want to be here?
The only one I don't like is one on the Hy-Vee wise is East 14th and
That's my Hy-Vee, bud.
really.
That's
East
my-
14th?
That's the one. So that's where I've lived. Most of
yeah,
my
that's
adult
true.
life was over there. Park Avenue Hy-Vee. That's my Hy-Vee. Everyone, that's my Hy-Vee. Now
So
I
now I
live.
feel bad for saying that.
No, it's
but
okay.
You put me
That's-
on the
it's all right.
spot,
Well,
but-
That's
make
why I'm
you-
asking the question.
To make you feel better, I always feel weird going into the Southridge Hy-Vee. That's why I always go to the Fleur one.
See,
I
so
think it's a little better.
It kind of just goes by where you live, I think. Like when I was growing up, I lived in the GP, so Southridge was where you went. Okay, that was my Hy-Vee growing up.
Yeah.
Then I spent most of my life living over Pipe 14th, so Park Avenue was. Now I've spent some time living over off Park Avenue, by the airport.
yeah, I've been to.
yeah.
So
the
Fleur
one
Hy-Vee
time.
was my spot. I lived in Ankeny for a couple of years, so Ankeny Hy-Vee, the new one, not the little one, like in middle of town. That one was. But anyway, but like
It must be relatable to Army Post.
Yeah.
my point is, I cannot stand the Indianola Hy-Vee.
Oh,
Really?
hell no.
It
Yeah,
is
no.
the worst Hy-Vee.
But Indianola Walmart, way better than Southeast 14th. I have a thing with Southeast 14th. It really
Yeah.
anything on it.
So,
It's fucking.
I'll come back to the
Truth.
Walmart thing,
Truth.
but let me come back to Walmart. Hy-Vee in Indianola. Chad, you grew up there, right?
I grew up there, and I haven't been in there for a while. But so when I was growing up, obviously that's the Hy-Vee I went to, and I mean I lived in Indianola until 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So And I mean, we moved there in '96.
What did you think? Like, did you ever like think negatively about that Hy-Vee? Was there anything about the setup there that you didn't like, or was it just the Hy-Vee? That's what you had.
It was just the Hy-Vee that we had.
Yeah, I've only been in there like twice. So I can't
Probably
can't
because you can never find a fucking parking spot because it is the smallest, most oddly arranged parking lot in the history of mankind. It's ridiculous. You can never park there. It's so dumb. I hate having to go there because the parking lot's terrible. I try to park as far away from the main thing as possible because that's the only time you can actually park. There's the whole little weird section behind the gas station in front of
that is a little weird
the
section,
wine and spirits. That whole thing's goofy. The Hy-Vee itself inside, fine.
It's just
so it's the parking
it's the
situation.
parking situation they got going on, but
The parking situation is the worst part, which makes me in a bad mood before I even get inside. So then I'm already upset about the building.
right.
But the issue with that one compared to my Hy-Vee over on Park Avenue is that my Hy-Vee has everything. They have options on everything. Okay? You want coffee? You want mayonnaise? There's five mayonnaise. There's 50 different coffees. Okay?
Right. I get what you're
the
saying.
first time I went to
like
the
brands,
Indianola,
yeah.
you
I
got
gotcha.
options.
Yeah. Yep.
First time I went to the Indianola Hy-Vee after we moved down there, I had to go get some coffee.
That's
I
what
walked-
you get, Folgers, bud.
I walked down the coffee aisle, and I'm like, okay. And I kept going because I'm like, well, I'll get past this. I'll go down to the other part of it, because it'll continue. And then it turned into, crackers or some other shit. And I'm like, what? Nope, that was it. That little section, that's the coffee section. So where my Hy-Vee has a half an aisle of coffee, this has like a bookshelf full of coffee. That's it. So
Maxwell House and Folgers.
Not
That's
only-
all they drink down in
now
Indy,
they
bud.
do have some okay stuff because they have one that is like roasted, I think, down in Winterset. Speaking of Winterset,
yeah.
Pamela Park, I think is what it's called.
Yep. That is actually a really good coffee.
So they do have that. Okay, so that's fun. But like, they just don't have the options. Okay, like we wanted to do some pesto the other night. I go in there. I'm like, okay, where's your pesto? I'm looking because I'm looking by all the pasta sauce. I'm looking for everything. I have to ask a guy. He's like, yeah, it's right here. They have 2 different jars. There's just 2 little jars. That's it, and they're only this fucking big. I'm like, where's like a human sized jar? Like I have a family. We're gonna make I'm gonna make more than just like this. Isn't like a single serving. What is this?
You gotta buy 8 of them, bud.
So, well, they're fucking $4 for a little one.
Probably $4 for a man-sized one.
Exactly. So I'd rather have the man size one. But no, I just can't. I just don't like. I don't like the Indianola Hy-Vee. I don't like it. I don't like the parking, and just like every time I get in there, it just makes me upset because I have to deal with the fucking parking before I even get in there.
And then you're already upset. And you're like,
And I'm there. I'm there at
Yeah.
least. I mean, every other day I gotta stop in there for something. For those of you
that didn't know, we caught a live action break there.
there's a
Good
fucking
time.
Godzilla or something out the
Out
window.
of this video for a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, exciting stuff.
Exciting stuff.
But yeah, but you brought up the Walmart on the south side, 14th.
Yeah.
So everyone always gives the south side Walmart a bunch of crap. Say it's it's real ghetto, all this stuff. It's the worst one.
So, before you start
Yeah,
that,
please do.
Your parking situation in Indianola with
Yes.
Hy-Vee,
Do you have something similar?
that's the Southside Walmart for
Oh,
me.
yeah. Yeah, I parked down by
Oh,
the old
I-
eyeglass
But you
store
can.
half the time.
It's a huge parking lot. You
I
can park
noticed,
anywhere.
I
There's so
noticed.
much room.
But
You can
there's so
drive
many-
up and down lanes. You can get through places.
There's so many fucking idiots that drive through there.
Yeah.
It pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
So
it
that's-
really does.
Okay,
So
I'm not disagreeing.
So, and that's-
but that's
so
a
th-
different setup.
But
That's
that's
the
what
people
makes
that
me
makes
angry.
it wrong.
I know.
This is the people that designed it. This is the fucking engineers and architects.
I'm just saying, you were talking
right.
about your parking
Okay, that's
situation
fair.
before you
All right.
get in makes the whole
Yep.
experience
And
bad.
then it- and then it
that's
just
for
tears
me
everything
is the
down.
Southside Walmart. Yes.
So again, when we first moved down to Indianola, go to the Walmart again. I'm there all the fucking time, and everyone always talks shit about my Southside Walmart, and I'm like, the first time I'm in Indianola, it's like a fucking redneck convention in this place. I've never seen more hillbillies in one spot in my entire life, and I'm like, people are calling my Walmart, my Southside Walmart, white trash. They haven't been to the Indianola Walmart if
Should go
they
to the
think
Knoxville Walmart.
Well, you're probably true there.
It's a Morton building.
The further south you go, it's probably the case. But I'm like, no, you cannot. Don't be talking bad about the South Side if you haven't been to the Indianola. Now, yes, compared to like Jordan Creek or like Ankeny, fine. South Side, little sketch. But compared to Indianola,
A
bud,
little sketch.
man. Anyway,
Okay,
that's my rant for that. What do you guys want to talk about?
Nick.
I'm fucking dying of it.
Oh
Man.
my god,
I
that's funny.
lost
Guys
all
got
train
me.
of thought with that one. And that's opposite for me because Southside Walmart, I fucking hate. I will refuse to go there unless I
But
absolutely
what
have
is
to.
so like he like the people parking driving around is what he doesn't like about it. What is about it that you don't like?
The whole experience, from parking to walking in there. Talk about they have options, but they're out of everything always.
Well, right now everybody's has supply chain issues all over the place.
That's true, but it's Walmart. They're fucking quadruple zillionaires.
You'd think, and they still can't get the stuff on
Yeah,
the
but it's
shelves.
still And it also didn't help this snowstorm that we had like down south just recently has caused a bunch of issues too. We actually had we got our new phones and we ordered.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is a big step up. That's how Becky wifed me up.
Well,
Yeah.
quick question: will this new phone help us getting our weigh-in TikTok out anytime soon? My wife is all over me about this video.
I know, and I told Nick that I've been slacking on that. I've got it uploaded and it's on here. I just haven't been able to edit it yet.
Okay, all right.
So I will get there.
You hear that, babe? It's coming.
It's just been a little bit of a busy week.
Okay.
But
Just a little bit.
no, so we got our we ordered our new phones and both of our phones were on back order.
Yeah, of course.
So we were like, okay, it's going to be a month before we even see them. So we're like, well, we'll get ahead of it. We'll grab our cases and screen protectors and everything off of Amazon before our phones come in. That way, when our phones come in, we can take them in with us and boom.
It's very proactive.
So we ordered our shit on Amazon and it was supposed to be here like last Monday. And our phones came in on Tuesday before all of our Amazon
That's not
shit
much of
came
a back order.
No, it really wasn't. I was quite surprised. But all of both of our phones came in and activated, and we've been using them for the last couple days, and our Amazon shit just came in today. Yeah, it's been
Talk about quadrillionaires. Like Bezos can't get the shit here.
Can't get
Right?
the shit here on time.
like, what am I paying Amazon Prime for if I can't get it here in 2 days?
and it was on Prime?
Oh, it's
Oh,
Prime.
fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
bud.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been a Prime member for like 5 years,
Oh, since the beginning.
basically. Yeah,
Is that how long Prime's been around?
Oh,
I think it's been longer than
I
that.
don't know.
I think it's been longer than that. I'm
it was
not
a
sure,
well-kept
but-
secret.
I had-
us peons didn't get into that echelon until
I
he
did.
started really
I got
building.
like the 6-month free trial one time.
Yeah,
And then,
that's how I started.
That's how Then did you just forget to and then you're just like,
No,
fuck it, I'll
that's-
keep it.
No, I just kept it because
Oh.
I used it
You
quite a
actually-
bit,
okay.
and I use Amazon Music for
Okay.
for listening to my music, and then also podcasts, which the CND show is
Holla.
on.
Shout out Bezos. Thanks for having us.
And and then Prime Video is awesome as well.
Yes.
They've got a lot of good stuff on Prime
Yeah,
Video.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I also have Prime Video. I just don't pay for Prime Video. So.
Yeah, no, that's I understand.
But my friends do. So
Yeah, no,
Thanks,
nope,
guys.
Understand.
legendary.
I don't have Netflix, but it's on all my Fire Sticks and I can watch it. So
This is true.
There you go.
there you go.
I do want to see this video though. Like,
So
I don't.
I watched
a little bit of it.
I watched mine,
on
and that was the
camera.
farthest I got, and I was
Yeah.
fucking dying laughing,
yeah,
dude.
like I'm very excited.
I did tell Chad the video. I think I might have said it in the group, but the video does get better.
yeah, it does look a lot better than what it
So when
looked like
when
when we
you're
recorded.
originally watching it on the GoPro, it shows in low resolution.
right.
And then as soon as you go to download it, it says, "Hey, by the way, you're only watching this in low resolution." When you download it, it goes to 680p, whatever the fuck. It did look a lot better.
Yeah, it did. It
But
does look.
Is
pretty
it
good.
like
don't-
when
I
you
don't
watch
think that
TV and you're
necessarily
used to
helped
watching
me.
HD and then like your TV like shits out and you got to watch
Standard.
standard and you're like,
Yeah.
what is this? What is? I can't watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, something like, or going back to like a tube TV and be like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
this is not okay.
But see, I felt like not necessarily you guys, but maybe me looked better on the tube TV than I do on the HD. Just saying, it picked up a couple extra little oomphs.
Yeah.
There you go.
on there.
The high def might not have been.
The best option.
Okay,
That's funny.
all right.
You take
Man.
that how you want. That's just how I feel about it.
I love it. So Lacey's been asking about the video because we talked about the video.
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
course my wife
and
listens to the podcast. She's already listened to it.
Yep.
She said, "Yeah, you guys were pretty funny." Some of the time.
Yeah,
All we did was
she
laugh.
and you know
Yeah,
she did.
There was a lot of that.
It was a pure laughter episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was-
she did.
I had to turn it down on my radio sometimes
I was
when
dying.
I was listening to it because like the laughter was just.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
it was a lot.
We're just really funny. It's not our fault. I mean, it's kind of our fault, but
Yeah, she messaged the Facebook page and asked when the video is coming out, and
Yeah.
I told her it will be on TikTok and Facebook as soon as it is done editing, and that hasn't happened yet. So,
Yeah.
it'll be out there.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming.
will the first weigh-in video be out before the last weigh-in
Yes.
is done?
Yes, it
Okay.
will. My goal is I don't really have anything planned for this weekend, so editing.
Isn't that nice?
You know what? It kind of is.
There's something. How adulty is it that you're like, what are we doing this weekend? Nothing. Oh, great.
Yeah, like pretty much. Well, I guess that's something that we got to talk about because we did talk about going golfing Sunday.
Oh, that's true. I kind of forgot about that. Honestly,
I know, I kind of did too.
What do you got going on there,
what-
Nick?
Who the fuck designed this?
But
That's actually Jamari's pen.
Yeah, but look how it operates. Like, who
I know
the
it's
fuck-
actually pretty trippy.
that-
can you
yeah.
describe it for the people that are only
I
listening?
cannot describe it other than it being a
Okay, so
10-point pin.
So you know the old school multicolored pens that you had like the individual like things on the top to push
Yeah.
down, right?
to choose
That's-
which one
it's
you
like
use.
that, but
Yeah.
not.
So those ones you would always try to push all the colors down,
Yeah, of
see what
course.
happened. You know, yeah, of course. Well,
Everyone
you
did it.
can't on this one, and this one has 2, 4, 6, 8. It does have like 10 different colors in it, maybe more. I don't know. I think 10.
That's
Anyways,
fine. 10's a good number.
but it's got a little rotating deal on the top, and you choose what color you want, and then you push the little thing down. So you can only push one down at a time, and as soon as you rotate to choose another color, it pops that one back up.
Right.
That's next level.
It's
But then when
amazing.
you're spinning it now, like free spin, it's weird.
Yeah, so like it just
Weird.
free spins, and then
No, I mean I've seen pens before. I think I'm not as blown away as Nick is about the pen. It's a cool pen. I'm
I
not.
just want to know. There's
I don't
a
want to
guy- he's-
undersell. Like it's a
Whoever
cool
made
pen.
that
But
male or female is probably sitting on a beach somewhere in the world.
do you
laughing
think
at
so?
I don't really think
I don't
so.
think
No,
so.
definitely not.
I don't know.
It's like reinventing the wheel, basically, right? Like no.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean,
Look it up.
yeah,
find
look it
out.
up.
Same thing as fucking post-it notes, bud.
Well, yeah, but Post-it notes. They were the first person to come up with
Yeah.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a different.
These
thing.
people like put a spinning top on a pen that people already came up with.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, things
right.
are getting good.
Yep,
Things are
yep,
getting
yep.
real good.
Sorry, I'm a piece of shit. Sorry.
I did
Cut
love
that
it. I'm glad we had it. It wasn't even like a little snippet that you added. That was literally just us talking after we stopped
Yeah, I know.
recording.
So yeah,
I'm sorry.
So I don't know if you guys stick around. I know I put a second or two in between the end, and then
If you
there's,
don't
there's
stick
an
around-
Easter egg at the end of every episode. You got to stick around and listen to them.
Our
I did
podcast-
miss one.
You did miss one.
I did miss
episode.
one.
Our podcasts are basically Marvel movies. They have like a post-credit scene.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes they're just as good, if not better, than the entire episode that comes before that.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. I love them.
It is one of my favorite things to do because I just get to sit like after I edit it and listen to it, then I go back and I edit it again and pick out spots and like I have a file saved of like I don't know maybe 15 clips already that I can pick from.
There's some funny ones. There's some
It's
really good ones.
pretty great.
Nick, how's it going over there, bud? Figuring
It's
anything out?
not going
How's
good.
it- What did you type in? What was the Google search?
Who designed?
is-
I should say invented, not designed. I guess.
I don't know if it's going to help a lot.
No, I don't think. How are you going to describe this pen? Is kind of what I'm curious about.
Like rotating top 10 color pen.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay,
Hold on.
finally.
Uh-oh.
Wow, breaking
Uh-oh.
news. Doop, 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 doop.
Okay, so the original.
I don't care about the original.
No, we're looking for
This
that
is this one.
Well,
You're talking about this
Okay,
one.
so I was just looking to figure out how old the multicolor pen was.
Well, we're not
Okay.
talking about that, though. We're talking about
Okay,
this
well,
one.
I'm curious.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
curious.
That's where I was trying to find that
94.
one. I found 94. What's your guess?
Oh,
And it was Bic, just to clarify, because they had to be. The
of course it was.
Pioneer.
I'm gonna. So you said 94. I'm
Yeah.
gonna guess like 87.
No, okay.
Well, that was a.
1970.
Oh, okay. Well,
The multi pen.
Except for it was more like the style me and Chad were talking about. It had
Right.
4.
That's what we're.
Yeah, but on the end, it just had the clickers that you slid down.
right. Yeah. Yep.
So
That's what we got.
1970.
Okay.
Okay.
So now what about this one? The one that you were actually curious about.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I haven't got there yet.
Check back in. Chad.
All I can do is try
So
to buy it.
speaking of pens,
Oh, interesting.
Uniball pens, right?
Okay.
Uniball. They're like ballpoint pens.
Sure. I've heard the name.
Yeah. I feel like they missed an amazing opportunity to sponsor Lance Armstrong in the Tour de France.
That's good. That's good. I like that one. Okay. So you took that. He talked about Bic, and I was thinking of a whole different thing. You went Uniball, Lance Armstrong, which is funny. I like that. Have you just been sitting on that? Like, how long were you waiting for this?
So I've heard that before,
Okay,
and then it just popped into my head as
Okay.
we were talking about that.
I'm like,
I do have some here though that are pretty funny.
So Nick's bringing up Bic though, and Bic is
Yeah.
always weird to me because Bic is pens, right? But Bic is also razors.
But Bic is also lighters.
Like, what a strange.
'Cause
like,
that's what-
these
right
guys
here.
do it all, right?
There, see,
Like
flick
crazy.
your Bic. Flick your Bic. Man,
Yeah,
see,
Bic does everything.
Bic does everything.
Like, how do you just get in? Like, where did? So look up what was Bic's first thing?
Bic's first invention?
Yeah,
Ooh.
were they first the lighter people? Were they first the razor
They
people?
were-
Were
well,
they
they
first the
were-
pen people?
They
Pencils.
They were pen
Pencils?
Pen and pencils. They actually
Was
invented
that
the first pen.
was that the
I
original?
that. Yeah, but it was Bic with an H, which is kind of confusing. But
Okay, so
Oh, so bitch.
so they start. So how do you? Though here's my question: how do you start at pens and pencils, and then you're like, you know what would be great? Lighters. Like we know
You know what would be
we
even
should
better than that?
diversify.
A really sharp edge.
Like how do you like what were these meetings like? You know, someone just coming in, just
I bet they were pretty fucking fantastic.
the regular old Bic pen, it's called a Bic Crystal,
Okay,
Yeah.
was introduced to the world in 1950.
okay. So that was Bic's first thing. That was what got them on the.
The
Okay.
100 billionth sold Bic pen in the world was in 2006.
I'm surprised it took that long.
I'm
honestly.
surprised it did too.
100 billionth.
Well, but you think how
Well,
many
that's
you sell
still- that's
so many
still
in
a
a
lot.
pack, and like offices they buy how many packs? Schools how many
Right,
packs? Like
right.
so, yes, that is a lot. But
Huh.
so
Okay.
It's
if that was
sold in-
1950, when did they first come out with the lighter and then the razor after that? How far into pens were they like, we got to think of something new, guys. We got to keep it fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some questions just don't have answers, but this
Okay.
one does. This one does, and I need to know.
It's like okay,
And it's
so
just it's right at your fingertips there, Nikki T.
it
This
keeps
is why we
going
need an
back to
intern,
just the
guys.
pen.
Yeah.
So okay, so global expansion. Here
Now
we
we're
go.
getting to it. Okay.
This is
Okay.
what we
Hallelujah.
need.
Because it was originally introduced in Europe. The Bic,
What was?
the Bic pen? And
Okay.
then
Okay.
between the 50s and 70s, Bic expanded globally into Italy, the Netherlands, Austria, Switzerland,
Okay,
and Spain.
is that with the pens though?
But it's going into it shows a lighter, so it's,
Okay, all right.
somewhere they must have bought somebody that did lighters at some
Okay.
point.
Let me know when you get there. Chad, you say you got
Okay,
jokes?
yeah, okay, here we go.
all right.
So okay, so following the success of the Bic Crystal, because they had to get money first, is obviously
Sure,
what
sure.
happened.
That was their startup.
So, Bic released its next pen, the 4-color pen, in 1970. The 4-color pen allowed to change the ink without changing, so that was their second. They went from their regular pen to a multicolor
Okay.
pen. And then in 1970, the same year that the 4-point pen came out, Gillette, that now owned Bic at that time. So like
Okay. Yeah.
razor company. So now we're getting into razors.
There you
Okay,
go.
so we went pens to
Purchased-
razors.
That's well, no, they didn't even do razors. Gillette bought Bic, basically, but they still use the name Bic, so it's probably under a
Right.
shell.
So Gillette was making the razors and put them out under Gillette and Bic's name.
right, or vice versa.
Interesting.
So then they purchased St. DuPont Paris, whose principal product was making luxury cigarette lighters.
Oh.
So Gillette purchased the
So
cig-
Yeah, but Gillette
So Gillette-
purchased.
So the real
St.
question
DuPont.
is, What made Gillette a razor company,
By the pen company.
by a pen company, and then a lighter company?
Business
So-
opportunities.
Sure, I suppose.
DuPont
I mean, it's
explored-
obviously worked out for him.
Yeah.
DuPont was the one that explored the idea of marketing a disposable lighter and
That's
developing
exactly
an
what they did.
inexpensive lighter, and they called it Cricket, which was introduced in the States in 1972.
All right.
Well, we're learning something today, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are.
Wow.
Bic,
Okay.
Bic did test marketing that every lighter could provide 3,000 lights before wearing out. That
Do you,
was their
do you think
slogan.
that's accurate?
Oh, it's about accurate. Some lighters I feel like I've had more than 3,000 lights.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Now, can you actually refill these lighters?
You have to get the little adaptor kit. But yes, you can.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Would you want to?
No.
I feel like the flint would wear out before the juice does.
I mean, like, just what does one of those cost? $4?
No.
It's probably like
$4 for a pack of
of
like
three.
6.
Oh, but I've just got pesto on the mind, so $4 pops out. But like, it probably costs as
crazy.
much to get the adapter
Oh yeah,
as it would to buy
yeah,
four of
you
them.
just buy new ones. Yeah, that's why they're the disposable
Right.
ones. Yeah.
I fucked up on this information.
Oh my god!
Not all of it.
Okay,
just
this
one
is
crucial
why we need
part.
an
Just
intern.
one crucial part. Bic bought Gillette, and at that time, Gillette didn't even make razors.
What was Gillette doing?
I don't know what they were doing, but Bic also started to produce disposable razors in 1970 to 1975. And then it switched to Gillette. But the brand released the one-piece polystyrene razor, which became a highly demanded.
That's like your
regular one
your-
blade.
your cheap,
dispo-
yeah, your
plastic,
disposable.
just- yep.
Yeah. Huh. All right then.
It was-
Do you guys
it was called
use
Bic Shady.
disposable razors?
No.
Obviously,
No.
we're all a little fuzzy right now, but
Yeah,
like,
I have a Gillette, like the 5
Yeah.
blade.
yeah.
My sensitive face, bud.
Yeah. Same.
Wow,
Wow.
I could go down this rabbit hole.
Really
all day.
exciting
Yeah, you
conversation
really
here.
shouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
1990 they bought out Whiteout, so
Wow. See, now that one makes
Interesting to
sense
see that.
though,
Yeah.
because pens,
Pens and
white out.
whiteout,
Okay.
right, yeah.
Pens and razors, or pens and lighters, doesn't like. I don't see the connection, but I'm
Yeah.
imagining like
Monopoly.
Always
They're
Sunny.
just trying to take over the world in multiple
Charlie's
steps.
over here on the wall with all his strings, trying to find the connections. I'm like,
When I see what these like pop-up companies are trying to do
Sylvia?
in some of these, like the Dollar Shave Club, how they're trying
Right.
to get on the razors, I feel like Bic was the OG of that. They're just like, we just got into everything and then took over the market and said, this is our market.
I feel
Yeah.
like it was a little different at the time because there wasn't like 100 of everything.
Right. Right.
We're Dollar Shave Club. They're like, well, everyone's already got razors. We're gonna try to do a little different.
Yeah.
Where Bic was like, hey, we're gonna do this, and no one had done it before.
Yep.
But
I
then they
agree.
got into so many different random fucking...
Yeah, I feel like they just try to get into anything that
And
they could
that
produce
they could.
cheaply.
Absolutely.
Like, let's just be the cheap disposable people. Like, we won't make great products, but we're gonna make products that everyone can buy
Over
just
and over
use.
and over and over
Yeah.
and over again, cheaply made to where it's not going to cost
Yeah.
them an arm and a leg to
Like, what do you
make
think
it.
it costs to make one of those lighters? A penny?
Oh fuck!
I mean, it can't
Well,
be much.
a
I feel
couple
like the
cents,
beauty-
yeah,
yeah,
for
the
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it can't be much. And they make how many of those? Like,
billions.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's an idea. It's an idea.
Did you guys know that
How do they transport all those?
transport all of what?
So they can't have supply chain issues, can they?
Sure, they can. Why
Everybody's
couldn't they?
having- Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Well, you'd think they're already made, though, so their biggest thing would just be transporting them.
That's-
There's got to
that's-
be
right, that's-
stockpiles of Bic lighters.
Do you know what a supply chain is and how it works?
Yeah. No, that's why I was literally joking about it.
Oh, it didn't sound like a
No,
joke.
no,
Sorry.
no, that's why I said the supply chain.
Your sarcasm is next level because, like, it was exactly how you normally talk,
Well, that's because the mic got monotone, according to some people.
according to everybody.
Yeah, monotone.
It's not some people.
It's not. It's everybody.
I can't help it. I was born this way.
Like, when everyone agrees on something, it's not just, like, an opinion. It's, like, facts.
What in everybody?
We still love you, Nick. It's fine.
I mean, it works for you.
Well,
Easy.
like I said, I can't change my voice. This is just how it comes out.
No, I think it's a beautiful. It's, like, velvety and smooth.
Velvety.
Yeah.
Love it.
You really should be like a radio DJ, like a late night.
Like, late night,
Late
for
night.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, playing, like, slow jams.
Step on up to Clyde, 1975.
Like you just always
That's-
play
oh,
like
oh my
Usher
God.
Burn.
hell, bud. Like, oh, you got it in.
That
Late
was-
night R&B, bud.
I think that's your niche.
That's his Nick.
Oh, now we're rolling.
See, I see
Oh,
what you did there.
man.
Okay. Huh.
On to
This is moving right along.
Man.
Could we start up something through casting pods? Give me on
sure.
on XM, bud. Late
Well,
night.
I don't know about
Well,
XM, but I
We're
mean,
just jumping straight up into the world.
What do you want to like? You want to just like put it out there? Maybe we get like a ham radio situation.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get on AM? Like, can we get like? I feel like
honestly, I feel like it's pretty easy.
I
to
feel like
get on
anyone
AM.
can do that, right?
I feel like yeah.
I've heard some of the things that are on there. Plus, it's a big dial. There's not that many things even on there. Like, there's plenty of room for someone like Nick to be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna play some music, and then I'm gonna tell some jokes,
Jazz.
and you won't be able to tell if I'm serious or if I'm joking.
You won't.
Am I angry or am I happy? You don't know. This is me. Welcome to the Nick Show."
I like it.
I love that intro.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Keep that. Like, you might want that for later.
I don't know if I'll remember it, but yeah, we're good.
Well, luckily it's recorded.
It's recorded. We're
So-
live. We're live in 5.
You
Yeah,
can
we're
just
good.
play me doing your intro for your show, and then you
No,
won't
we
even
don't have
have.
to talk. I just sit there.
Well, you gotta talk. You gotta
Oh,
like.
no,
yeah,
I
it's
just
the
I just
songs.
loop that over consistently. Just keep looping it over.
Like, you could have
well,
callers.
that's not going to be a
like,
successful
Well,
show.
I'm imagining this is
It's
like
on
a
AM. Nobody's
relationship type
listening
show.
anyways.
People are calling in with like, "Oh, you know, my boyfriend, you know, he doesn't love me anymore," and you're like, "Well, you know what song will fix this?" And you play, you know, I don't know what song would fix that. That's a bad
Confessions.
yeah, you know, You Got It Bad, maybe.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is an all Usher
So
station.
I was gonna say, is that all I'm playing is Usher at this point?
You could get pretty far just playing Usher.
Yeah.
Oh, because then you get collaborations.
Yeah,
That's
this is
nice.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What if
yeah,
you just did like
yeah.
a train situation, not the band, but like you started with Usher, okay, and then you go from just playing Usher to an Usher collaboration, like yeah. Well, then your next song is someone else in that collab. So then you go to like Lil Jon, okay,
Or Luda.
So then you play and then you just keep building off that, and that's how you build your show.
And then you circle all the way back around to Usher,
At the end.
and then you end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we just come up with something here, guys? It's like 6 degrees of separation, but music and way more degrees.
That's
Possibly.
that's the title.
Like not 98 degrees because that's already taken.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
true.
99 degrees,
97 maybe.
97,
Fuck, go big. 100.
Yeah. 360.
90, 99 and a
360
half.
degrees.
Yeah.
Because if we're going full circle, just do 360.
That makes sense, but that's a long fucking show. Like, how long does it take from beginning to end to play 360 songs? Plus, you have to say like a little snippet between each song, you know, so people can hear your voice. So if every song is 3 minutes, 300 songs, that's 900 minutes.
360 minutes of songs.
360 minutes.
that's
How many
like-
hours is that?
that's-
5
that's-
hours?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's true. I don't know.
We're going to do prime time, bud.
I think we established on the last podcast that I do not do numbers.
Math-
That's
math
not
is-
my thing.
So there is 1,440 minutes in a day. So, I mean, we have time.
Do we?
I don't think we got the music.
Man,
Can't fill the slot, bud.
it's an idea.
That sounds like a personal issue.
Oh.
Hey, got him.
Wow. Yikes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Talk
so
about
this,
a burn.
So this, I was talking about pool last night on Pool League.
Oh,
We were
yeah,
in our
because
Pool League
he
chat.
was there.
No, in our Pool League chat. I texted him, said that I couldn't make it because I had my niece's birthday. Mm-hmm.
Because he's a family man.
Yeah.
I think that should be applauded.
And
He could have been
Stoner.
after.
Stoner was giving Lil Terry a hard time because they weren't going to have Lil Terry shoot, and Terry was getting all butthurt. And then finally they let him shoot, but Stoner said that he'd have to kiss me. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. And he's like, it's fine, just on the lips. And I responded with, Nick's got some lips he can kiss.
Oh.
I was real proud of that one, and nobody understood what I was saying.
That's funny. That's funny. I like that
The
one.
low blows, dude. We're getting them all.
Talk about a low blow,
No
right?
shit. Hey!
Yeah. From a guy that wasn't there, though. That's just, it was.
I feel like you should appreciate the fact that Chad, finds his family more important
He
than
had
your trivial game.
He had prime opportunity to be there after.
I don't know. I think he had his reasons.
I also had to get up at 4 a.m. this morning, so I'm just like...
What time did you get up, Nick?
5:47.
Okay, so that's...
Oh, sorry, I had to be to work at 4, so I was up at 3.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Is that real life?
Yeah. Yeah, I was there.
God.
I was there at 4 o'clock to
That sounds
fucking
miserable.
clean machines.
That sounds miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be there at 6 this morning, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. Yeah, I didn't like that one bit.
Did you guys know that SCUBA is actually an acronym? Do you know what SCUBA means?
I did at one point. Hold on, let me think about this.
Did you know that, Nick?
No.
I did know it was an acronym.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not
so like-
surprised
like
by it, but I didn't know.
SCUBA. Yep.
Yeah.
SCUBA. It's an acronym. And it means self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
That's what it is.
Mine's one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
Is that...
Something you probably won't ever catch me using.
So that makes me think... So like you're mind blown that SCUBA is an acronym and like
Oh,
it stands
they're
for
just-
something.
So
Yeah, like I didn't-
to go off of that,
Yes,
I
please
never
do.
thought.
TUBA, TUBA is also an acronym.
Like the instrument?
Yeah.
The tuba?
Terrible underwater breathing apparatus. Hey!
See, I can't tell. Is he joking, Nick? Like, is that... It's hard to read him sometimes.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself on that one.
I thought he was serious at first. I didn't know it was like...
See, he got you.
Go ahead and check that one off the list.
Okay. I appreciate that you like typed that out.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
He's
you know
been
what's
waiting
gonna
to
be
say
good?
that, dude.
No, I've got my list of stuff I want to talk about.
That's fantastic. And that was on there. Your little silly tuba joke.
No.
How do you fit in? Like, how do you put down, squeeze in bad tuba jokes?
Man.
Magic.
Wow. Okay. What I was gonna say is,
Buford really did some work on this list.
I'm impressed because there's no way you typed all that up.
Oh, definitely not.
It's type to text.
The
Or
word
speak to text.
Speak to text, yeah.
type to text.
Type
That's,
to text.
you're right.
How you do,
You're
Pop,
right.
man?
You got him. He's got that fancy stuff, bud. He can
I
type
need
it
to-
out and then the words pop up.
I need to go to bed.
Have you been up since? Have you been to work since 4 o'clock this morning?
No.
Mm.
But I didn't get off. What time did you get off, Jeff? What time were you home? Probably before the sun was down, I imagine.
that
Let's
must be
see.
nice.
It's a whole different other scale. I don't care what time it was.
I
The
got
sun was still
here. I got home at it was like around 5. I was off work though. I was off work at 2. So I mean it was still a 10-hour day, but
Yeah.
2. I love 2 o'clock.
That would.
You know, probably 2
What would you?
2 o'clock, bud.
Yeah, 2 o'clock's like my favorite time.
Yeah, if I'm not going home at 2, bud, yeah, like that. It's just lovely. Love 2 o'clock, bud.
I can imagine Nick going on like speed dating, and they're like, "What are some things you like?" 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Big fan of 2 o'clock. They're like, "Why? 2 o'clock's a beautiful fucking number." What is that like miscongeniality when they're like, describe
It's
your
the prime
perfect
part
date?
of the day.
like
2 to
April
3.
13th or something like that.
2 to 3 is the prime part of the day for me as a human. Love that time frame.
I just think that's fantastic. I love 2 o'clock.
I do, bud.
2 o'clock.
Wouldn't lie to you.
Hot damn.
I don't have a checklist of stuff to talk about. I just tell you how I feel. Bud.
Last week it was I shit every day.
Dude, good job. I gotta get that coffee to help me shit in my butt. I shit every day. No coffee. Maybe there's a
I don't
sign.
think we were saying that we need it to help, but like it does.
No,
make a
it does
difference.
help. It does
Yeah.
help.
But yeah, I don't know if I have like a specific.
I'm kinda
specific
scared to drink
hour
coffee
of
now.
the day that like is my favorite. You know, like
Midday. Yeah, midday. Right, 2, 3.
Usually
o'clock,
about
but prime
11,
time.
11 or 11:30.
I mean, it probably depends on like what day it is, right? Like, is it 2 o'clock on like a work day? Is it 2 o'clock on a Saturday? You know, like that would make a difference to me.
True.
2
Like-
o'clock on an off day is like nap time. Midday.
Is that why it's your
Yeah,
favorite?
it's nap
Because it's nap time.
Yeah.
Why did you just say nap time?
But
your
even
favorite?
but even in the day though, no, because even in the day, like work days and stuff, like 2, 3 o'clock, that's about my time.
See, that's like my least favorite part of the workday because then it's almost time to be done, but like not close enough to actually being done. So it's like that's like that miserable part at the end where you're like, I just want to be done, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually
Chad's already home by then, so I mean,
Sure. I mean, none of this matters to Chad. He's already home. He is
I
taking
usually-
a nap at 2 o'clock.
No, I usually get home anywhere between 4 and 5.
2:30,
It just
sure,
depends.
but-
Normally, I don't go in until 7:30, but we're shorthanded on overnight cleaning, so we have to go in and pick up the slack. Sucks.
I love 2 o'clock. That shit just cracks me up.
What? It came out of nowhere.
I just feel like you're not listening to most of the things we say. You
I
just
am.
hear like
like the
buzzwords.
very last
hear-
part, and then he just kind of like goes off of that.
You're like 2 o'clock. Yeah, big fan. I've been there before.
No, I was legitimately saying I like 2 o'clock.
No,
it is
like
what
I don't
it
have
is,
anything
man.
against 2 o'clock as a time, just in general. But again, I don't think I have a favorite time of day.
I have a least favorite time of the day. That's about 5:45 a.m. every day.
Yeah,
I just wish.
Is that when you get up?
Yep, every
Okay.
day.
yeah. Now I don't like for you guys. I'm not a morning person, but if I have to wake up, like if I have an alarm wake me up at 5:45, miserable. But if I personally just wake up at 5:45, feel great, feel fine. I'm in a fine mood. But something about that alarm forcing me to wake up at that time,
That's the whole alarm.
I don't know if
agree.
I'm just like personally offended by it, but it changes the whole aspect of the day. It could be the same time, but the alarm going off changes everything.
I can see that.
And it also depends to like for me especially, it depends on what I'm getting up for that early. You know, so like if I have to get up early for work, it's even if I wake up by myself, like without the alarm, I'm still like
Definitely still miserable.
you know. But if I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go golfing with my boys, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the
You
morning.
weren't thinking about going golfing at 6 o'clock on Sunday, were you?
No.
Oh, that's good because like I'm not doing that.
No,
that's
no,
a hard
that's
pass for
a
me.
summer. That's a summertime Sunday morning, like 7 o'clock tea time. Get
Okay.
out there.
I'm just not
Not
familiar
a
with
huge
the
fan
ways.
of it.
You don't like the early starts? Now, here's a question. So, would you rather start your golf round at 2 o'clock or be like in the middle of it at 2 o'clock?
I'd rather start at 2.
Start at 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know whether it being your favorite time. Like,
I like
if
to,
you
I
want
like
to
to
be.
golf more in the afternoon than I do in the morning. But a lot of times, especially midsummer, it's hot as fuck.
That's
So
why I like
the,
early
the
morning.
time you gotta go, so it's not blazing fucking hot. But
Yep.
even by the time you're done, it's still hot as fuck.
Yeah. That's summer. We don't have to worry about that now because it's cold as fucking
it's
balls
cold
outside.
as-
Yeah, and we can go whenever because we'll be inside on the simulators and it's temperature controlled.
Very true. I am looking forward to giving it a shot.
I need to get some exercise in so I could really rip some on the screen. But
Here's
Yeah.
a question.
Might have
Do you
an
guys
answer.
do you guys have a driver I can use?
Yeah.
My question is, or my point is, the last time I went to one of these simulators, I used my sister-in-law's driver, and I broke the head off of it.
Oh, well, then no.
I'm sure they have clubs there.
I
They
don't know, do
might.
they?
I mean, you can use my driver. Just please don't break the head.
I
off.
mean, I wasn't trying to break it. It just happened. Like, I swung. That's why, like, I normally on these simulators, I don't even use the driver because that's the one I'm worst at. So I just use one of the fucking irons to do my drives because I can actually hit that one halfway
Yeah.
straight. So like, you guys are bombing them like 200-something yards. I'm doing, 90 yards a pop. But, like, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever it is, the number, mine's smaller.
Yeah,
okay?
Chad's got the size. He's got the
Yeah.
swing.
So, but yeah, I always what is it? Slice.
Yeah,
when it
go
goes
to the
that
right.
way. That's what mine always is.
Yep.
Slices. So when I drive, when I do
Hands
driver,
up,
so I do the old.
close in the hands when they're coming
yeah.
through.
Yeah. I also like have only done like 3 times, and I
Yeah.
just don't really like care
Care
that
enough,
much
yeah.
to like try
Yeah.
to be better.
Makes sense.
But it's fun to do.
It is fun.
Especially one time I went to, I think it was Broheim's. They had like $3 Long Island iced teas. So that
Getting
was
saucy.
great.
Yeah,
I
getting
mean,
saucy.
I had a great time. Don't remember much of the golfing part, but
Good time. I've never been there. I've never been to a
it's
simulator.
a good
other
time.
than
Well, we're gonna
roller
go
games
to this
when I was
one
a
in
kid.
Enola because like,
Is that are we gonna go this weekend?
well, we're gonna go
At some
At
point.
some point.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not
Yeah.
necessarily this
I
weekend.
still got to
Okay.
figure out a sitter
I think I might-
situation. But
I think I
Stiver
might
asked
go.
me. He's been wanting to go, but he couldn't go Sunday, so he's going Saturday. He's
Is
in
he?
Weston Hills.
I think I might go still on Sunday. I might just go up to the range and
I'm hoping
Clive.
this weekend maybe I can finally go see the Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen the
Oh,
new
there you go.
Spider-Man movie, and it's been killing me because I still have to scroll past every Spider-Man related thing on
Yeah.
Facebook. 'cause I
I've
can't
heard
even-
it's really good.
Oh, it's probably fantastic. I'm dying inside not seeing it.
So if you guys enjoy movies and movie talk, our good friend KC
Yes, sir.
has a movie podcast, Just Another Movie Show. They just put out an episode, I believe it was last week, talking about the new Spider-Man movie and all of the new MCU
And I haven't
stuff
been able
that's
to
coming
listen
out.
to it.
Yeah,
Because
there is spoilers in there. So if you have watched the movies and the shows, then definitely go give it a listen, and you can hear kind of their thoughts on it, and see what they're talking about.
Podcast. Big movie buff, so I love anything movies.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to listen to.
If he hadn't already done the movie thing, I think that's what we would have done.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about movies all day.
Oh, yeah.
So now,
what is your favorite movie all time?
Braveheart.
Braveheart? That was quick.
Braveheart's probably... There's a bunch that are up at the top, but I think Braveheart's the one.
Yeah? See, I think I'd have to go with Field of Dreams.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Nick, would you like to list your 4 favorite movies?
I'm just going to say one. I'd say my favorite movie all time probably is The Patriot.
So we're on the same page here. Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Just last weekend, at some point, I watched We Were Soldiers.
Yeah.
Again,
that's a great
I think
movie.
if you want a good movie, you need Mel Gibson and you need war.
Yeah.
Your soul.
Braveheart, Patriot,
Yeah.
We Were Soldiers. Those 3 things. Like that dude, cuckoo kachoo. All right. Probably not a great person, but it's kind of like we talked about with the music. Sure. But those movies, really fucking good movies. Yeah. It's been forever since I've seen We Were Soldiers, but that movie just fucking gets it.
Yeah.
But like Braveheart's one of those ones, if it's on, it's so hard for me not to watch that movie.
I could see that. That's a good movie too. Yeah, I got no hate on that movie.
Yeah. Patriot be up there too, but there's so many movies. But I'm proud of you guys all for just getting one.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go down.
I was waiting for Nick to be like,
he's like, yeah, my top 3 is.
I said top 3 and only said 3, and then Chad added 5 last week.
I don't know, man.
It's just because I was poking fun at you, man. That's all.
It's okay.
That's all.
I'm just wondering why you didn't pick a Mel Gibson movie, because I'm confused.
Okay, here's quick. What's your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
I don't even know.
You look like a Lethal Weapon kind of guy.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't know. I don't watch many Mel Gibson movies.
Okay, that's fair.
I just. Not a huge Mel Gibson.
He
fan.
went through a stage where he was putting out just some great movies.
Bangers.
Ransom, Payback.
Ooh, I'd say Ransom was good.
Yeah, give me back my son. That was good, man. He had some good movies.
Then he went off the rocker.
Yeah, then he just crash and burn. But he's coming back. They all come.
Is he?
I think so.
Is he?
Is he? He was in Daddy's Home 2.
Another good.
He was Mark Wahlberg's dad.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Old Leo DiCaprio, bud.
Oh, Leo. Have you seen the new one? What's his new one? The Meteor movie. I haven't watched that either.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got halfway through it.
You didn't like it? Don't tell me about it, but you didn't like it? Or you fell asleep? Did you fall asleep because you didn't like it?
It's not that I didn't like it. Okay.
You just didn't think it was good.
It's is that the same thing?
It's hard to
Nick,
say.
stand your ground, bud.
It's hard to say without telling you what I feel about it, because there's some really good parts about it, and there's some that you're like, what the fuck is this?
I feel like that's all you have to say then.
But there's some,
you don't have to tell me what those parts are.
Yeah, the movie makes you think, but it makes you kind of overthink. But then at the same time, you're like, okay, now I'm getting into it, and then out of nowhere, you're just like, what? Like, where did we go with this? And then it's kind of
it's like a conversation with you.
Yeah. So
is that why you didn't like it?
This is why I don't make movies.
Okay. All right.
Because nobody would ever watch it.
I'd watch your movie, Nick.
I would watch your movie too.
I'm gonna finish it. It's like 2.5 hours long.
Okay.
That's
what a movie is.
There's no real,
that's about normal for a movie nowadays.
That's a movie.
No real action to it.
What? It's not an action movie.
No, I know. So I mean, you're just sitting there trying to figure out what's going on, and then they throw you 5 curveballs that have no related issue to what's going on.
I'm gonna have to watch it so I can
I think,
figure out what's going on. But were you expecting it to be a little more fast paced, or were you thinking this was
why does this non-action movie don't have
about
action?
Not in the same realm, but kind of Armageddon, based on how I read the review. Something
I don't know
on
what
that point.
review you read.
that astronomer and their class found.
What?
He's an astronomer, and one of his students in his class found a meteor coming at the Earth.
Okay, so automatically
I'm
you're like,
thinking
this is
Armageddon.
Oh,
But
which is a Michael Bay film, which are all he does is blow shit up.
right, but
And so you're like, well, same thing, so they're just going to make the same movie. So did you think this was an Armageddon reboot?
not necessarily. But I thought it would be kind of
the sequel.
no.
Where they do the same thing again?
No, that's what I'm not saying. I could see where the story was going, but you have to watch it.
I'm
you'll
gonna
see
have
what I'm
to watch
talking about. It makes no fucking sense.
It really doesn't, and I haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah,
Like, I'm more confused now than I've ever been.
it's weird.
All right. What did you think of Leo's performance, though?
That's what kind of made it. It was a good performance. What he was trying to display, I still can't figure.
What's
out.
your least favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
least favorite?
Like, I think it's too easy to say what's your favorite, okay? Like, you can always talk. Tell me what you don't like about the guy. What's your least favorite movie?
Not sure.
Can't have one. They're all just such good ones.
I wouldn't say they're all such good ones.
I
but,
mean, they are pretty good.
They're,
Like, he
they're
makes good
yeah.
ones.
I mean, The Wolf of Wall Street, Inception.
So you're naming good movies
That's
here.
what I'm saying. I can't really think of one that's bad that I can really remember off the top of my head.
All right.
I mean, Titanic was probably a shit movie without Leo.
I mean, yeah, because then like,
It's depressing as shit.
That's what I'm saying.
but like without that guy character, then like, who does Rose hang out with? She just marries that guy, and then
Yeah,
nothing happens.
Who does she kick off of the fucking door and leave
he
to
doesn't get a
drown?
painter like one of his French girls. I mean,
So, I mean, I agree. Without Leo, that's a bad movie because then that's half the movie's gone.
Well, I think without Leo, it'd be a better movie because it's half over. It's over quicker.
Now that was a long movie.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I'll give you that
average movie length, 3 hours.
I don't mind long movies though.
I don't either if they have a
But you need action.
storyline. Not necessarily
You need-
action, but I need a storyline that follows.
So this one
throughout
just didn't
time.
grip you. It didn't grab a hold of you.
No, and then when it did, that's what I'm saying. It got you in there, and then just we're gone.
So
gone.
and again, I haven't seen it. I don't want you telling me
Curveballs.
too much about it. But like, it gave you too many twists and turns.
I wouldn't even
You
call
were
them twists. They
you were
just
hoping
like,
for more of like a straight line. The meteor's coming. We got to blow it in half with miners, not astronauts.
kind of. Well, and why I said that's why I said it's hard because you're coming at me because I can't tell you what's
Right,
happening.
nope.
But you'll see why when you watch it because
all
you're
right.
like, what the fuck?
Do you in general like movies that have like a big like twist to them or like a
Yeah. It's
Like M. Night
suspenseful.
Shyamalan movies.
Yeah, that's there was a twist, but they went so off the rockers. But that I can't really make sense.
Okay.
Huh.
But you do but you like those kind of movies. You don't just like action movies like
Right? Yeah.
Armageddon.
No. Yeah. Like I'm
All
saying, I like to think when I'm watching a movie too. I have no problem with that, which is fine. But how they set it up, and then went completely like I said,
I'll
it's
watch
hard to
it.
explain.
I'll have to check it
Hard to
out.
explain. And then there's a weird guy in it. I can only describe him as when I was a kid. There was a show on Fox, Treasure Island. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The name
Man.
sounds familiar.
But
mean-
there was this.
Isn't that a book, Treasure Island?
There was a guy, and he's only played he's been a host of a few shows. Silver hair. I don't know the fucker's name, but he did this show.
Bob Barker.
And he was like one of the guys in this movie.
Okay.
But he
All right.
kind of weird guy.
All right.
What's a movie with a really good plot twist that you liked? Like, what's the one that you're like, that one fucking got me?
Speaking of DiCaprio, is Inception. Like the stages of that movie.
See, I'm not disagreeing with Inception because that was a great movie. But as far as like a plot twisty kind of thing, I think I would go Shutter Island.
I was
Shutter Island,
literally going to say that.
Shutter Island as well.
like that
I
one.
love that movie.
Like, I think I had to watch that 3 or 4 times to even
Yeah.
know what I thought of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what my opinion was because, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. Because, like, every time I'd be like, I'd have a different view on it.
Right.
You know, like, who is crazy? Who's the cop? Who's going? Like, that's a really. Plus, that's a creepy movie.
It is. It's
Ruffalo's super good in that movie.
He is. He did. Him and DiCaprio both did amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Ruffalo. That guy, he's gone 13 going on 30 up to Shutter Island. Now he's the Hulk. Like, he's done pretty well.
Yeah.
Are they gonna? Do you think they'll make a a Hulk movie with Ruffalo? Like just
No, I think they're done with that whole section of.
are they? I don't know.
No, I think they're going to do one.
You think so?
I think that they
I think
almost
so.
have to.
They're going to do one.
Yeah.
I think the reason they haven't, one is because the last couple have been kind of trash. But it's just so hard and it's expensive to make, like, because the main character is just CGI all the fucking time.
Right.
So do you make it more like about the person, or like how do you do that? But nowadays, like all movies are CGI all the time. So I think they're gonna do it.
Yeah. I think. I don't know if they're trying to move away from that or not.
That's what I feel like. I'm not
So,
saying they are, but I feel
They're
like
definitely trying to introduce a bunch of new
stuff,
characters.
right.
And stuff,
Right.
so
and they might come into some crazy ass big monster war with everybody.
But that's
like
why I
a
was
world war.
yeah.
Hulk. It's a storyline in the comics.
okay.
World War Hulk.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, huh?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
I am a real American.
Yeah.
I had
That's what I
so
wanted for my walkout. music, by the way.
WWF at the time they came out with they called it like the anthology pack.
Yeah.
Where it was like every wrestlers from the different eras walkout music.
Yeah.
It was very Mozart-esque. It was 20 discs or something. Had all these fold outs, different sections for the different eras. And I remember saving my money to go to Walmart to be able to buy this thing. And my mom had to technically buy it because it had naughty words in it.
Parental advisory on it.
So I had to talk my mom into buying me this wrestling music CD set.
Yeah.
And bud, there's some bangers on there.
Yeah.
And I Am a Real American is definitely one of them.
So I didn't buy the whole anthology of it, but I did have one or two CDs that was just like the WWF, WCW intro music.
Yep.
Like it was fucking awesome.
Sweetness.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so
yes.
good.
Yes. I miss. I don't.
good.
Do you guys watch wrestling at all?
Not
like
now.
Not
today?
really.
No.
It's been a long. I think like WrestleMania like 20 was the last one I watched, and
I
that was.
don't even know what number.
I don't know where we're at now, but like this was a long time ago. I still lived at my mom's house, but it was, and I think these guys they still fight, right? It was Goldberg and I think Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
There's this great big
Yep.
thing, these big monster guys, and then the whole fucking it was like a 30-minute fight. And the first 20 minutes is they'd go to the corner and they'd come clash in the middle and they'd just kind of grab each other and then they'd kind of toss each other back and they'd go back to the corner and then they'd walk around the ring a little bit and then do it again and come back, and it's like
Try to build the suspense.
fucking do something, guys.
Right.
Let's get it going. Like I felt like Nick watching the movie. Like let's get some action.
Right, let's get it rolling.
But like when
everybody.
you're watching wrestling, like I think you're allowed to expect a little more action.
Yeah.
You know?
I would agree with that.
So, and I don't think I've really followed wrestling since then.
No, I mean I haven't followed wrestling really since the early 2000s. Really, I mean,
Yeah, I would imagine this was probably like 03, 04, 05, somewhere in that
Yeah.
range. I don't know for sure, but
yeah. I remember watching it when John Cena first came out and was like getting real big, and he had
I love what because he was like a rapper more back then.
yeah.
And he had the big
thugonomics.
yes.
Yeah,
I just remember
the
his,
Jinko shorts.
the shorts.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yep.
Oh yeah, he had a
And
whole
the
thing.
sweatband. All the sweatbands, and he'd throw them out into the crowd. He'd always wear his like football jersey or hockey
You can't
jersey.
tell me 90% of them ain't just fucking juiced.
Oh, 100%
Oh,
they are.
all of them are shoots. It's not like there's an actual competitive balance they're trying to keep here. They
Right.
want people that
Yeah.
look fucking
They're all storylines. I mean,
So-
well, spoiler alert.
What?
It's not.
God,
real.
I was going somewhere with that, and now I forgot.
Sorry.
I was just reading my son a book today that is written by John Cena. It's about a little electric monster truck.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
It's called Elbow Grease.
Elbow grease.
Yep, it's by John Cena. That's where I was trying to go with that, and then
nice.
I kind of got off track.
Well, you know.
juicing. But,
Juicing.
yeah. Of course they're juicing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
100%.
full on.
Yeah. This isn't like the UFC.
No.
But here's an idea. What if someone came out with a UFC-like MMA promotion, but you were allowed to juice as much as you wanted? Like,
it's
same
just
weight
the
classes.
Megalodon.
So,
Megalodon.
so are you still...
Same rules, but you can fucking get jacked.
Okay. So you're saying, like, go out there and
But there's
brawl.
no-
There's no predetermination of anything. It's just they go out there and fucking
Well, no, it's the
brawl.
same. It's the same as UFC,
Right.
but there's
Yeah.
no drug testing.
Ooh.
So it's the same rules.
So same weight classes.
Yeah,
stuff
same weight
like
class,
that.
but you can be fucking on all kinds of roids.
Yeah, I think that's a little dangerous, but, you know, it'd be fun to watch.
It's an idea. It's kind of like what Pride. You guys ever watch
Pride
Pride
fighting,
fighting?
yeah.
Like it was. That's kind of what that was. Like those guys were definitely juicing. That's why when those guys came over to the UFC, like they didn't do so hot because then they couldn't be juiced no more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's an idea. I always think about like when the Olympics come around. There's always those posts about like they should put one regular person like in these competitions. Because, like, you see a guy running a marathon, and the last place guy, like, he's so far behind the winner. But, like, if you put me or you out there running that
To
marathon,
see how far behind they
Like,
actually are.
show the difference, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's always the post where they're like, they should have Olympics where they let you juice as much as you want. You can let's see how high someone can really jump. You know, if you have all the roids, let's see how high a high jump can go. Like, that would be interesting.
It would be interesting.
Like, what if we had a separate Olympics, but steroids were legal? Like, let's see how fucking fast you can go.
Russia would definitely
When,
be in
yeah,
on that.
They got the inside edge.
You would watch that, right?
So-
Would you
Oh,
watch?
100%.
Would you watch that more than regular Olympics?
I don't really watch the
Honestly,
regular
I just-
Olympics
So
much
would
anyways.
and you would watch that? So then,
Oh,
yeah.
probably,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
I did see this year on the Olympics. I don't necessarily like sit down and say I gotta watch this whole thing. If it's on, I'll watch it. But what's with Russia's new name to the world? Like they're
No. It's not their new
It's
name.
like they're
So,
anti-doping Russians.
yes. So the actual country of Russia
Right.
is banned from the Olympics, but
Yes.
they can still have a team, like
Yeah.
a representation or something. And
It's like
I
the
can't
Russian
remember.
Federation or something.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name is, but yeah, I mean it's
confused me
there's
for a
actually a
second.
really good. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Netflix. Icarus. It's a really good documentary about the whole doping scandal in the Olympics with Russia. It's very interesting.
If you're interested in that, Joe Rogan has a really good interview with like the guy that was in charge of the doping over there.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy.
Yeah,
guys.
I think he was in that Icarus documentary
Probably,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's very interesting. If you guys like documentary type,
Or maybe the
stuff.
interviews with the guy who did the movie about the guy. But
That could be.
It's probably
But-
not the actual Russian guy. He's like in hiding or something because they
Yeah.
want to fucking kill him.
Oh yeah. It's
Russians
it's a
do?
Yeah, Putin
Oh,
don't
yeah.
fuck around, bud.
It's a huge fucking thing.
Yeah.
So he wasn't getting permission from Putin to dope him up.
No.
No. They were
Putin was basically forcing them to
telling
dope
them
up.
to do it.
This
so they
guy,
could win.
like,
Oh, it was the opposite.
this guy,
He's
like,
yeah.
we're anti-dope. Like,
no, he's the one
He
that did
did
it, but he's the one that like told about everything.
Yeah, he was the
He spilled
whistleblower.
the beans.
He was the whistleblower.
He let the
Yeah.
cat out of the bag. I can't think of any other way to describe.
I was
like-
trying to as well.
maybe he didn't feel comfortable. I guess
Well, something happened. I don't
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
exactly,
yeah.
but something happened that and he's like, but then he had to get like on a plane in the middle of the night to get out of there because they were gonna fucking kill him, and so now he's like in hiding in Canada or something. I don't know where he is. No one knows.
probably
That's
in
the
the
point.
States.
Yeah,
But
Probably hanging out. In
it's a pretty
Montana
crazy
somewhere.
stuff. Like
it
the
is-
things that like athletes will go through. But I heard someone talking about like NBA players, right? Like
Yeah.
the last guy on the bench in the NBA makes what $10 million. You might barely play, but like NBA contracts are huge. So like if you can get one of those contracts, like you're pretty set.
Oh, for
Okay?
sure.
So like it's worth. Some people would say that it's worth, taking stuff to get you to that point where you're not a star player,
Right,
but
you
you're
could
good
just
enough to be a
ride
bench,
the bench
player
and
in the
hang
NBA.
out and get a couple minutes a game, maybe.
So you're the guy that like you're up down or down 50, you go in like that
Yeah,
kind of thing. But
yeah.
you're still making crazy money. So like someone like that, like that's like why like a lot of minor leaguers get busted because like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
to
If
the
you
big
can
leagues,
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then it would be worth the risk. But
That was
then there's also the whole you get popped and then you never make it. And
right. That's Daniel Tosh has a joke about that, about the whole steroids in baseball thing, and he says, it shouldn't really be an issue because for every MLB player that has used steroids, 100 minor league players have used steroids. I mean, it's true because you gotta get that competitive edge over somebody,
Right.
and I don't know 100% sure, but I would guess that their drug schedules are way more lax than the MLB.
To be clear, though, no Iowa Cubs players take juice.
Oh, no.
None of those. Those are all natural athletes.
Yes.
Those are clean. They're only the best. We love you, Iowa Cubs.
Speaking of the Iowa Cubs
Thoroughbreds.
and the Chicago Cubs, on this day,
10 years ago,
yes,
they traded for Anthony Rizzo.
we got Anthony Rizzo.
For
Sad
Andrew
face.
Cashner. And I remember at the time, I was like, I hope Cashner doesn't, turn into a stud and haunt us. And that did not
And
happen.
now look at it.
No, that did not happen. Cashner, burnt out because he threw his arm out. Rizzo's world champion.
Yep.
Fan
Legend.
favorite. Some people even named their dogs after the guy. So
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Casey.
sad that he's gone.
10 years ago, man. Isn't that
10
crazy?
years. I know. I never would have thought that. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for this week.
All right.
We'll be back next week
Yeah,
because,
thanks, guys.
we're
Chad's,
weekly now.
Chad's Black Label cigars making my eyes all puffy over here. And what you got rolled up in that Cuban over here, bud?
This isn't even the black label. I mean, the
Oh, it's
label
not.
is black, but it's not the black
Oh,
market
shit.
one.
We'll put
So,
that over here.
Put that over here.
We don't
Look
want
at
any
his- look at
smoke
his-
getting by your eyes. I know you don't
You gotta
smoke,
show
Nick.
the camera your fucking shindig you got going on over there.
What shindig?
That fucking black market cigar, bud. What the
Well,
fuck?
it's
is
just
No
a-
one's going to be able to see
Yeah,
that.
it's just a cigar.
It's a cigar called Black Market.
Yeah,
a fatty.
that's all it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, signing off.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Love you guys.
Bye.